to my channel. I'm Martine, and today I will be doing a collective reading for the entire year of 2022. It is a general reading. It's for the collective, and we're going to be taking a look at some energies for each month of the year, starting with January. So happy new year, everyone. And we're going to take it through to December of 2022. So I haven't recorded a video or reading in a couple of weeks, so thank you for those of you who follow me. Thank you for being patient. I was on a little bit of a break. So anyway, I want to say Happy New Year to everyone, and welcome to the new subscribers, and welcome back to those of you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. I am in a new recording space, so that's part of the reason, part of the things that I've been working out on my break. And so let's just really get into it. I'm going to pull some spirit guide messages to start us off with and see what our spirit guides. I've already called in the angels and the archangels and our spirit guides to bring us clear and concise, the highest and lightest, most loving messages that we need to hear right now. Let's get another card. So spirit, we have a mother's love. A mother's love is reaching out to you at this time and holding you close. She knows how much you miss her and wants to remind you that this special bond of love can never be broken. So some of you have like a mother figure or female family member that is passed on, that is around you, that is thinking about you and wants you to know that they're thinking about you and they know that you miss them and that you love them. So this is a really great message to start off the reading with. And then we have the nature card. Nature. This is a time to absorb the healing properties that nature has to offer. Your mind, body, and soul need nourishment, energy, revitalization, and strength. Nature has much to offer, so take this time to connect and spend some quality time outdoors. And that's always a good message to receive, you know, spending time outside in nature, getting some sun. And I know it's the colder months right here, especially where I am, in the Northeast. It's winter, so we can't get out as much as we'd like to, but try to get out for a little walk around the block, or you know, if you have a park, just try to get out as much as you can. And if you can't get out, if it's too cold, then bring nature inside, like get some plants and put them all around your home, and that will have the effect of nature as well. Will give you that grounding that you need. All right, so I'm gonna pull cards for each month and see what energies we have coming towards us for this year, guys. All right. Okay, so we have January, Feb, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. And then I'm going to pull some clarifiers for each month as well. All right, so January, we have the Ten of Swords and the Star card. Okay, the Ten of Swords came out and the Star is clarifying it. The Ten of Swords talks about endings, letting go of a lot of heavy mental energy that you've been carrying around with you. So I feel like collectively, you know, in January, we are all letting go of really heavy energy and really stepping into a place of more of an energy of healing, of getting back to ourselves, getting back into alignment, kind of, you know, getting the dust off of our shoulders and dusting ourselves off, and you know, standing up taller again and like, okay, getting back in the game. Doing a lot of healing work. I feel like a lot of us are doing a lot of healing work, inner work, that is going to really set us up for the coming year of, you know, giving us our strength, giving us our power, stepping into that, leaning into that a lot more, and really coming into alignment. New spiritual practices. I'm hearing new spiritual people. This is, first of all, this is going to be a year, but this is probably, I should probably do this in another video, but this is going to be a real year of awakening for a lot of us, for those who aren't awake, okay, for those who are still asleep. But anyway, this Star card is representing a lot of spiritual practices coming, a lot of us taking on different spiritual practices, different spiritual belief systems, kind of stepping out of that religion box for a lot of people. So January is that month of dropping the heavy mental energy, getting out of your head and really more into your heart space and a healing space, and really finding that your spiritual groove, for those of you who are on a journey, a spiritual journey. In February, you know, the World card. The World card is full circle, like that ending and beginning, coming full circle, closing out of a chapter and starting a whole new chapter, and coming full circle, learning those lessons, realizing that, hey, you know, I'm starting a new chapter now, I'm leaving all of these things behind, and just really a fresh start. Some people might be traveling. The World card represents travel. The World card represents just newness, new cycles, ending old cycles and starting new cycles, and lessons, you know, things coming full circle for you. And what's clarifying the world is the Six of Pentacles. So a lot of us are ending those old cycles, but then coming into that place of giving more, of paying it forward, of just giving of sharing your gifts more. And I feel like a lot of us are coming into full circle with that, like giving of ourselves more and sharing knowledge, sharing our gifts, just putting ourselves out there and not being afraid. I feel like the the cycle that most of us are closing out is that fear of putting ourselves out there. And with the World and the Six of Pentacles, I feel like in February we're going to be like, hey, I dropped all of this fear. I'm not afraid of stepping into my power. So whatever it is that you're creating, you're going to feel like, hey, I want to share it. I've created this stuff. I'm doing this. I'm writing this book. I'm writing this blog. I'm creating this podcast. I'm starting this business, and I'm going to be unapologetic about it. I am going to step out, and I'm going to let people know that, hey, this is what I'm doing. Okay, and I'm here to raise the vibration of the planet. So February is the World and the Six of Pentacles. And then we move on to March, which is started with the Ten of Wands. Another, like, wow, endings, so many endings. I love this energy of dropping the burdens. The Ten of Wands talks about dropping the burdens, like literally packing up your shit and leaving everything, leaving what doesn't serve you behind, like literally leaving. So I feel like maybe a lot of you are doing that, maybe moving and leaving behind negativity and dropping negative people, dropping negative situations, just dropping all the dead weight and packing your shit and leaving, theoretically. And the Hangman, this is the Ten of Wands is clarified by the Hangman, which the Hangman, I feel like in that process of walking away, of packing your shit and leaving, you're coming into whole new perspectives. It's going to be a time of enlightenment in March. Like I said, this year in particular, 2022 is going to be a major year of people waking up to different things about themselves, about their lives. And, you know, it really shows here in these cards, actually, that and a lot of us are going to be coming into new perspectives, are going to be that spiritual awakening is going to be really kicking in for a lot of people. And it's not only going to be an awakening of spirituality. It's not everybody that's just going to be, you know, get all spiritual. The Great Awakening has a lot to do with waking up to the falsities that, you know, that are around us, the negativity that's around us, and waking up to that, and waking up to certain situations and seeing things and people and situations for what they truly are. You know, everybody is going to be waking up to different things because everybody's life is different. So in March, again, you know, that ending energy, that leaving behind the negativity and the baggage, dropping that shit, packing up your shit and going, and really stepping into a whole new perspective, into a whole new way of seeing things. All right, so April is the Eight of Pentacles. All right, and April is going to be it's going to be about working. It's going to be about really digging in and really trying to cultivate those seeds that you've planted in 2021 and the beginning of the year. You're really going to be on your grind. A lot of us who have, I know for me, I plan on being on my grind this year for sure. And April is the beginning of spring, obviously, where things are fresh, things are renewed, and people are really going to be on their grind. And it's clarified by the King of Pentacles, which really tells me that there is a potential for a major abundance for whatever it is that we're going to be working on, that we're going to be cultivating and really grinding. It's going to be a big deal in terms of abundance, in terms of longevity, in terms of power, and in terms of strength. So whatever it is that you guys are going to be working on and cultivating and, you know, it's gonna be major. It's gonna be really big. Another 10. Okay, so we have the 10 of Pentacles here. So we have the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles, which again is clarified by the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords together. So that just tells me again, April, this is May. May is going to be a month of really seeing that potential within yourself, seeing that potential within whatever it is that you're working towards, and really seeing it through and working on it and really digging deep. And it's clarified by the 10 of Swords, where we had the 10 of Swords in January, where it talks about letting go of that, a lot of that heavy mental energy. And it's consistent throughout from January to May, is letting go, ending things, I keep saying letting go, but that's what keeps coming out of my mouth. That's what Spirit wants me to say. But it's about, May is really going to be a time of ending that mental heaviness, and we're going to have to carry that energy throughout the year. I feel like we're going to need that 10 of Swords energy throughout the year in order to push us through our endeavors. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like the 10s keep coming up in the first part of the year, because it's really important for us as a collective to let go, to end certain cycles in our lives, and to let go of certain things that have been like systematically holding us back from moving forward. All right, so we're going to get into June. June is the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is a really, and it's so like, is that June? June, what sign is that? I think that's around Cancer time. But anyway, the Queen of Cups is highly intuitive, and I feel like in June it's going to be a time of really tapping into our emotions, really tapping into our intuition. And I don't want to say that it's going to be a time like we're going to take a break, but January through May, just, it seems like letting go, getting, digging deep into our grind. And I feel like when we get to June, it's going to be like a time for a breather and really tapping in to our emotional side, because there is a lot of pentacle and fire and air energy in the first 5 months, which is all mental and heart and passion and material and things like that. But when we get to June, we're in the water energy, okay? And there are no cups in the first 5 months, which tells me we are grinding the first 5 months. But when we get to June, we're going to take a breather and tap into our energy and tap into our emotions, meditate more, be still more, and spend time with family, reminisce, and really get into it's, summer is about to pop off, and I feel like when summer comes, people are more apt to just want to chill and hang out and be with family and friends. So moving on to July, 3 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Pentacles here. So getting back into work mode for July, even though that is a classic time for vacation, what we're working on is going to be really seen. People are going to start to take notice, and it's going to be a time of being noticed, being looked at, being seen. Our work, I'm saying what we create, is going to be really things, people are going to really be taking notice. And what's clarifying it is the Five of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Pentacles is the energy, is the lack mentality. And it's not that great of an energy that you want, but it is part of life. You know, at times, and that is in some moments where we are being revered and we're being looked at, and people are like, hey, you're doing such a great job, I love what you're doing, I love what you're creating, I want to be down. We tend to be in the back of our minds still playing those old programs of lack, of you know, well, maybe I'm not doing it right, maybe I shouldn't do it this way, or you know, they don't really like my work, or they don't really like me. So, but in actuality, people are looking at you and loving your work, but you're still running that same old program. So in July, it's going to be a real challenge. It takes mental effort to really let go of that old programming and step into a more empowering mindset. And I feel like in July, we're going to all be challenged with really empowering ourselves and really like affirming ourselves and really talking to ourselves in a way that, you know, moves us forward, that is positive. So July, I feel like July is going to be that tough month where we're going to need to really speak to ourselves more kindly. August, we have the Nine of Swords, okay, which talks about anxiety, maybe some depression, and then the Four of Swords is clarifying that, which talks about taking a break, taking some rest, recharging, giving your soul a break. And I feel like in August, there's going to be so much overwhelm in the air, in the energy, that a lot of us are going to feel anxious, and we're going to really, really need to implement some self-care, really step it up with the self-care, and really go inward, really take care of our inner selves instead of all the external work that we've been doing in the prior months, you know, from like January to June. In August and July, it's time to really take care of the inner parts of ourselves. So we got September. We have the King of Cups in reverse. Okay, yeah, there's going to be this is July, August, and September are really going to be deep emotional months where we are going to be really having to do a lot of the inner work. I feel like the first half of the year is external, is material, is action, it's mental, but and these 3 months, July, August, and September, are really going to be where we're going to turn inner. And the King of Cups in reverse talks about being unbalanced, really, and not our emotions not being where they need to be. And it's going to cause us to really walk away from certain things. Certain things are going to just trigger you to be like, you know what, I need to walk away. Or maybe there's going to be a situation for you where you recognize that this situation is toxic and I need to walk away. You're going to consciously make that decision for yourself and walk away because it is creating an emotional imbalance for you. And we are to the point where we know what's triggering us. We know what activates us, and we know what's good for us, and we know what's not good for us. And we're going to recognize that, and we're going to walk away from those things or people. All right, so then October is the Death and Rebirth. And I feel like these 3 past emotional months, July, August, and September, is really going to send us into a real transformation. a real transformative phase for the October, November, and December of this year. Okay, because parts of us, we're gonna, again, it's a constant death and rebirth. You gotta understand that this, like, our life journey is a constant death and rebirth. Death to parts of ourselves and rebirthing a new version of ourselves. So in October, it's really going to be that time. It's going to be October. I think Scorpio season is coming in, Halloween. So that is the time where that death and rebirth is prime. Okay, the veil, the spiritual realm, the veil is going to be thin. And we're really going to be, this is clarifying the death and rebirth, the Two of Wands, and we're really going to be at a crossroads of, do I want to go in this direction or do I want to go in another direction? And we're going to really be at like a crossroads and trying to figure out in which direction we want to go. You know, after that whole transformational phase happens, and the dust settles and you're like, okay, which way do I want to go? All right, so we have November, the Seven of Wands. All right, protecting your energy. Yes. So it's going to be about protecting your energy in November and being very, very strategic, being very firm with the Emperor, and being like so, I don't know what the word is, staunch. That's what's coming to me. But like being so set, all right, in protecting yourself and protecting your energy and not allowing other people to step in and disrupt your peace that you've kind of cultivated in the second part of the year, that all that inner work that you've done, you're protecting it, and you're not letting anyone come in and kind of fuck it up for you, okay, and trigger you. All right, because in December, here we have the Nine of Pentacles. Love that card of independence, of growth, of really just like it's a card, it's the card of growth and entrepreneurship, but it's also the card of independence and breaking free and freedom, okay, financial freedom, having a lot of fruit on your tree and being able to pick that fruit off because you grew that tree yourself. You understand? So in December, that's the energy that we're going to be in. And again, here's the Seven of Pentacles, but it's in the reverse. All right. So in the reverse, it talks about not having boundaries, and kind of being a little too open. And I feel like, you know, with this Nine of Pentacles representing that freedom, that breaking free, we want to be careful not to break free too much. You know what I mean? We want to be careful in what we let in, who we let in, the energies we let into our circle. Okay, because we worked hard. The 2022 is, the first half is all about material and going after our dreams and all the external things that we're trying to set up for ourselves. And it seems like the second half, like July, August, and September, is a lot of inner work. And then October, November, December is about that transformation and setting up for the next year, which is 2023. But, you know, this is all energy. Energy is changeable. Energy is movable based on how you move, okay? Based on how you move, then the energy around you moves. Then the timelines shift around you. Then things are moved around. So right now, this is the energy that I'm picking up for the collective for the year 2022. I mean, it's for 2022. We left 2020, okay? We left that behind. Let me get some water. Okay, so I'm done with the tarot cards for each month of 2022. So I'm gonna move these aside and pull out some oracle cards. Right. So let's get some oracle messages from the Moonology deck. I like that one. Whoops, that one wanted to come out. All right. Step out of your comfort zone, guys. Step out of your comfort zone. And this is a really, because this message is the North Node message. And the North Node is on your chart. It's a placement on your chart where it's about, like my North Node is in Aquarius. And North Node in Aquarius is, you know, being a humanitarian. It's all about your soul purpose. And my North Node in Aquarius is helping others, being a light worker, helping others, being like spiritual, helping people wake up, a lot of spiritual work, a lot of humanitarian work, and not being seen, but being helping people, but like not looking for the limelight per se, just doing it on the humble, on the low. So this message, stepping out of your comfort zone, when it comes to the North Node, it's that North Node is what we are supposed to do that is totally outside of our box. Like the spiritual work that I've come into a few years ago, I would have never ever thought that I would be reading cards. I've always had corporate jobs. I work in, I work in publishing. My job is corporate. That's how I've made my money, made my living, have fed my family for years. So being an entrepreneur and being a spiritual entrepreneur for that matter, is something that I would never totally do, and was definitely out of my comfort zone. And I'm telling you the story as an example. And I feel like this year is going to bring a lot of that energy for people, is stepping out of your comfort zone, stepping out of your box, stepping out of what you normally do. Because when you do that, you learn, you realize a whole side of yourself that you didn't know that was there, that which is actually a part of your soul, and is actually maybe even a part of your past life, things that you did in a past life that you were like phenomenal at. And once you step out of your comfort zone and take on these new things, you realize like, hey, I am really fucking good at this, and I should like take this up. And you realize that you've been that thing that you never thought you would be able to do as a living, that it's been showing up little by little in your life, but you just ignored it and you just bypassed it. And but like spirituality has been showing up in my life for a very long time, and I didn't. Mediumship, hearing spirit, the whole spirit communication thing has been there. I was just ignoring it. Anyway, the next card is a win-win outcome is forecast. A win-win outcome is forecast. Okay, so this is the full moon in Libra. So I feel like, Stepping out of your comfort zone, guys, is going to be a win-win for all of us. For you, for me, for everybody. Stepping out of your comfort zone and following your soul's calling is going to be a win-win. Because when you follow your soul, you follow the breadcrumbs that Spirit is laying out for you, you're going to win. You're going to find your abundance. You're going to find your prosperity, because we are not here. God didn't put us here to suffer. God put us here to have experiences, to learn and to win and to gain abundance. Okay, so once you follow the path that you were supposed to have been following this whole time, it's going to lead you to abundance. It's going to lead you to your livelihood. It's always, that path will always provide for you. All right. So I'm going to pull out some Angels of Abundance cards and see what abundance messages we have. Just two, Spirit. Give me two. That's a good one. All right, so we have take a divinely guided chance. Take a divinely guided chance. Take that chance that's being presented to you to step out of your comfort zone. Take that chance. It's divinely guided. Spirit is guiding you to step out of your comfort zone. So jump. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you. That's so evident, and I resonate with that too, because corporate America is no longer appropriate for me. Like, I feel like so out of place. But you no longer appropriate for you. You make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. Okay, so take that chance to step out of your comfort zone. You're being divinely guided. Spirit has got your back. Your angels and your spirit guides has got you. That's why you're being prompted. That's why you're being presented with a new opportunity. So take it. Okay, words of abundance. Affirmations. You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Okay, always describe your own and the world's economic situation in a loving and optimistic terms, and that is what you attract for yourself and for others. Always speak positivity and speak light and love on yourself and on others, especially when it comes to your financial situation, because as you speak those words, as you continuously speak those words are going to come back to you, and that's what's going to come into your life, is the positivity of those words that you use. Okay, it's manifestation. All right, so I'm going to pull two romance cards and see what we have in terms of romance for those of you who may be single or not, looking to mingle. All right. For the collective, okay. All right, express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture, okay? For those of you who may be interested in someone, who may be looking to meet someone, go ahead and step out. Again, step out of your comfort zone. That goes for romance too. If you've been wanting to get on a dating app, go ahead and do it. Take that leap. If you're with someone and you want to express and profess your love for them, go ahead and take that leap. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. If you've been wanting to show a little bit more of yourself and open up your heart a little bit more to this person, go ahead and do that. This is the energy in 2022 to open up and do that and just like be, you know what I mean? Be who you are unapologetically. Okay, heart-to-heart conversations. There's that card. All right. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Yes. Express your love. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. I mean, there's no need for an explanation for that one. That is so self-explanatory. It complements the first card. Express your love. Have a heart-to-heart conversation with your person and express your feelings. Open yourself up, because it's now or never, you know. Don't hold your feelings in. Let them out. Okay? That's the new flex, by the way, is letting your feelings out. Okay? Showing emotion. Showing your human side. Opening up your heart chakra. Healing. That is the new flex. Okay, I didn't say, these are self-care cards. So I'm pulling 2 self-care cards for us. I didn't say what deck it was. I just started shuffling. All right. All right. For 2022, self-care guidance. Look for fairies. Look for the magic in everything, because it is there. Look for spirit everywhere, because it is there. Especially the elementals, the fairies, they are there. And when you go out in nature, at the top of this reading was a spirit guide message about going out into nature. Fairies, elementals, things, little magical beings of nature are there. They are real. All right, so look for them when you go spend your time out in nature. That's a really good self-care practice when you go out in nature. And while you're there, kind of squint. And I know this sounds woo-woo to some people. Kind of squint and kind of stare off into a tree and see, like, do a soft gaze on a tree, and you might be able to see, that's if your clairvoyance is active, if your third eye is open, you might be able to see a fairy or see an elemental. All right. Look to the stars. All right. Astrology. Follow. I feel like this is telling us to really follow the astrology that is going on this year, because it's really important, especially for the collective. The astrology for the first 3 months, I'm in the process of really just learning astrology as I go, and I recognize and see how the stars and as above, so below, how what's happening above affects us down here below. And it's very real, and it's so interesting, and a spiritual practice all in itself, astrology. So if you're into it, okay, follow your astrology. Bring up your birth chart and your natal chart. There are lots of websites where you can do it for free, like Cafe Astrology or Astrology Cafe. That's where I got mine. And you need to know the time of your birth to bring up your chart, and just also understand that you are more than just your sun sign. Your sun sign is just really your ego. But you are really more. You have your moon sign, you have your rising, your north node, your south node. All of these things really, really together comprise you as a being. Okay, so the self-care guidance, look for fairies in nature, and get into following your astrology a little bit more, and the astrology of the collective as well. That's important because there's a lot of important astrology going on between January and May of this year. I just want to let y'all know. I might try to tackle that in a video. I am not an astrologer, but I feel like people need to know, especially about the Pluto return that is happening for the United States this year. All right, that's very important. Yeah, so that is the reading for 2022 for the collective. I had a really good time doing this, and I hope you had a good time watching. If you'd like a personal reading, all of the information to contact me is in the description. I do distant Reiki healing sessions as well as sound healing sessions. So if you are interested, contact me on my website. My information again will be in the description. Also follow me on TikTok. I just started a TikTok and I really love it over there. It's so much fun. Instagram at MartineFelton, and Facebook. My Facebook business page is MF Ultralight Healing. Everything will be in the description. So yeah. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate all the love and support. Again, Happy New Year to everyone who is watching. I am sending you lots of love, light, and prosperity for this year and beyond. Thank you. I love you. Bye.